I hate to be cynical, but I think you're right. Ms. Gupta, you said you were a prosecutor. There was a question I got way back in time that I never really had a good answer for. Whenever a family member who had lost a loved one to an act of violence to someone who was out on bond would ask me, why was that person out of jail? I never really had a good answer. I mean, you can cite the Constitution that you're really entitled to bond absent some circumstances, but that's kind of a hollow explanation. So what would the explanation be to those who have lost loved ones to violent crime for people who are here unlawfully and the federal government knows it?
There is, for somebody who's been accused of a violent crime, the NOPD is absolutely entitled and in its authority to prosecute to the law to the fullest. And there's nothing in this policy.
You're either missing my point inadvertently or you're missing my point intentionally. I realize you prosecute people after the homicide. I'm trying to figure out how to prevent the homicide. What is the explanation for why the person wasn't dealt with before the murder?
Well, let me just again make clear that the reason we undertook the policy was to ensure that NOPD could fight violent crime, could get the kind of critical information from victims and witnesses who need to share critical crime information with the NOPD in order to solve and prevent violent crime in that jurisdiction.
Ms. Gupta, you and I both know that we rely on all sorts of witnesses, some of whom, frankly, expose themselves to criminal liability in the process of cooperating. So the notion that you have to give amnesty to people before they will cooperate with law enforcement has not been my experience. But Attorney General Landry, I'm out of time. You asked the question, how do you answer it when family members ask you, why was this person not dealt with before they committed the act of violence? I never really had a good answer to that one.
Unfortunately, I've had to answer that question in Louisiana here lately. And the best way I answer them is that our system in this country is broken.